Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Konig self-tensioning diamond style chains on our 2021 Ford Ranger. Now I think this guy really excels in how quick and easy he is to throw on. Especially being that diamond style chain, we are getting pretty good turning capabilities. You'll notice we do have a diamond style pattern on the entirety of the wheel, and that offers a couple advantages that you might notice. Now you typically start seeing those ladder chains just with those horizontal supports going through. However, with the diamond style, we're getting a vast majority of our wheel covered by chains, so we're not feeling that start and stop nearly as much. This will give us a little bit more turning capability too, as we're not having to get over those humps as we are turning. And I do like how we are getting a lot of coverage here. These D-links are going to do a good job of biting through that snow and ice that we're going to be encountering. And I do like these middle fasteners here, getting that double amount there on the end, kind of nice right there in the middle, really going to be churning through that ice and snow. However, you'll notice they aren't really like a V-bar, nothing going to be too crazy, only about a finger's width of height actually coming from our wheel. As you can probably notice, we do have this on our back wheel on our Ranger. I definitely recommend putting them on the back, as we do have primarily on most models a rear drivetrain that's actually moving our vehicle. So we'll make sure we're on the back there. However, some models do have the capabilities of going to four-wheel drive, so we can definitely throw these on the front ones if we need to. However, primarily we want to throw them on this guy. The thing that's great about the Konig too, it does come in this handy dandy case. Going to be doing a good job of holding up even when they are wet and sloshy, unlike some of those canvas bags we've seen out there. Working our way down to the inside here, you can see that our inner covering here is actually not just fully metal. It has a little bit of a plastic coating on it, so innately that's going to be doing a good job making sure we're not making any kind of damage to our wheel rim as we have it on there. And you'll notice too that we do have this color coded of all of our contact points, and we'll break that down in installation, but that just makes it nice and simple for ourselves to see where we want to go. And I really do like how it is a self-tensioning device. This pulley is going to be very, very easy to use, and this elastic band that's going to come down is going to make sure we're staying nice and tight to our wheel at all times. So that installation we mentioned is pretty easy. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how we got it on here. So for our first step of our installation, we want to go ahead and lay this guy out. Make sure there's no kinks or kind of links in our chains that are getting bounded up. So you can see him doing a good job, making sure it's all nice and spread. Now the big thing for this guy, it can be kind of hard to be like, which side do I need to start putting it on? If you're like me, you start double checking yourself. The biggest way to really make sure you're doing it right is if we take a look on the inside here, we can see where these links actually connect to our cable that goes across. You can see that we want to make sure that our hard points of contact that could end up damaging our tire are going to be towards the outside. So this is actually be the side that's touching our wheel. So you can imagine as I throw this through and I pull it over the top, we want that touching the inside of our wheel, not doing any kind of puncture damage. So let's go ahead and sling this guy under. And it can kind of help just to make sure you're nice and set on either side before you start trying to make your connection. So we want to come in right here, kind of drape it across the top. We get either end of our connections and start meeting them at the top. I like kind of setting it on the back of my wheel and just fitting my chains across as I go. Now that we got most of our chains set, we're going to go ahead and start making our connections. Just kind of fitting the chain as we go. And as we come to the bottom here, we just have a little latch we want to bring up. We can start fitting in this pull cord, allowing him to close down. We can actually start tensioning ourselves to our vehicle like so. You can see it's doing a good job of holding it in there. And before we get too much further, we make sure we're not making any kind of contact with our rims, making sure we are nice and even across the entirety of our wheel. And then we can bring in our bungee cord to complete our connection. Well, as you saw, that installation, very, very quick and easy to do. And I think that's where this guy really starts standing apart from the others. You know, if we are on the side of the road, we want something that gets us going and gets us going quick. And as you saw, we can definitely do that with this system. I also like how it's self-tensioning. I don't have to buy an extra fastener to make sure it's actually staying on there as I go. I just simply have to throw the tensioner on there, back it up and forth a few times, and we are good to go. And I do think it looks pretty stylish on here. And again, that diamond style doing a good job of giving us a lot of turning radius as well, but still getting us through that ice and snow with no problem. Well, that about does it for our look at the Konig self-tensioning snow tire chains on our 2021 Ford Ranger. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.